Hey everyone, Brandon here, and time for more SexxPerTease. Our question is, I've dated my boyfriend for half a year, but still can't bring myself to say I love you. Is that normal? Well, in terms of how you think about it, 6 months can be a relatively short time, but it also can be a long time. And when you decide that you love someone, that is a huge step. You should never tell someone you love them when you don't actually 100% fully mean it. So it's good that you're taking reservations to actually say it, but I guess if you're feeling uncomfortable that your boyfriend may have already said it to you, but you haven't said it to them, is this someone that you actually like and care for or see yourself with in the long run? Or are you just like having fun in the moment, but you know that your boyfriend or whoever you're dating isn't someone that you want to be with? Like, you don't see them as a husband or wife, or that their potential like love of your life, etc. So it's good to take reservations when finally declaring I love you, and you should only say it when you fully mean it. You should never say it because someone else says it to you first, but that will be uncomfortable. But if you're unsure how you feel about them and you don't return the I love you, it does give the other person a warning that maybe you're not as serious about the relationship as they are. So, always say I love you with reservations, and it's okay if you haven't said it after 6 months. Some people don't even say it after a year, but do you think if this relationship is something that you see with long-term potential, or if it is something that you know you're not as serious about it as whoever you're dating? So maybe you do want to consider maybe, I guess, making it clear to your partner that you don't want to, I guess, see them in that way. Even though I guess it'd be hard to tell someone that you don't love them back, but you also should never lie. So maybe think if this relationship is something that you want to continue with, if you are ultimately looking for someone that you do feel the passionate sparks of I love you with, and that this relationship isn't that. So maybe you do want to consider keeping your options open in the future and making it clear that this person, like, you don't want to end up with them proposing to you and it's like, I don't ever want to marry you. But I mean, it is pretty long run, even though I guess some people can get engaged after 6 months, especially nowadays. But it is not, there is no normal amount of time to say I love you. It's definitely not something you should rush into, especially if you aren't sure. Like, if the person tells you I love you pretty early on in your relationship, it's like, how many other people have they ever told before they love them, and why didn't they work out? Like, do they mean it when they say I love you, or is it not a big deal to them? And if it's a huge deal to you and not a big deal to them, that's also a big potential problem in your relationship, I guess, further down the road. But don't freak out if you haven't said I love you yet. Maybe you don't mean it yet. I love you is pretty serious to some and not serious to others. I do think it's something that you shouldn't say lightly, and you should reserve for when you actually truly feel like this person is someone that is a huge person in your life. They mean so much to you. You actually do feel deep feelings of I love you, and don't give your I love yous away so freely. Only say it when you mean it. And I hope that helped answer your question. Don't feel pressure to say it back, and evaluate your relationship to make sure it's something that you do truly care about this person and you aren't just leading them on until eventually you find someone better or just get bored of them. So, hope that answered your question. Join me in for more SexxPerTease later.